Have you ever bought something used, something cheap, and felt it watching you? Not the way a person watches, but the way something ancient might. Quiet, patient. We all love a good deal, a thrift store, a flea market, that weird old shop with dusty mannequins. But here's a question for you, horror fam. Would you still buy something if you knew it once belonged to the dead? Welcome back to Story Canvas, where we peel back the layers of the ordinary and find the nightmares underneath. It's Halloween week, when the veil between the living and the dead thins to a single breath. You'll hear footsteps in empty rooms. You'll see reflections that blink when you don't. And tonight, we're stepping into a story whispered by those who should have stayed silent. A story about a mask that doesn't just hide who you are, it decides who you become. This is the Eternal Mask. But before we begin, tell me in the comments, what's the creepiest thing you've ever found in a thrift store? And more importantly, what would you do if it wanted you back? Chicago, October 30th. Cold wind scraping through empty streets. Emily Parker, 24, graphic designer, night owl, cynic about everything paranormal, ducks into a tiny thrift store called Second Chances Vintage. She's been here before, the kind of place that smells like old wood, wax, and forgotten memories. Shelves grown under piles of discarded lives, cracked dolls, antique mirrors, faded portraits with eyes that follow you. She's searching for a Halloween costume, something cheap, ironic. Closing in 10, calls a voice from behind the counter, an old man, pale, with cataract-clouded eyes. Emily waves, just grabbing something creepy. And then she sees it. On a dusty top shelf, half hidden behind a plastic jack-o'-lantern. A porcelain mask, white as bone, cracks spider across it like veins. The hollow eyes shimmer faintly under the flickering light. $5.0 scrawled on yellowed masking tape. She laughs softly. Perfect, vintage, and terrifying. She picks it up. It's cold, heavier than it looks. And for a heartbeat, she feels something, a pulse. Narrator, have you ever touched something and felt it breathe? Like it's been waiting for your hands? The old man watches her. Careful with that one, he says quietly. Some masks don't like to be removed. Emily smirks. Well, good thing I'm not superstitious. She pays, walks out into the chill night, and never notices the way the old man locks the door and whispers, another one. Emily's apartment cozy, cluttered, filled with half-finished paintings and Halloween decorations. She tosses the mask onto her dresser. Her phone buzzes. It's Jake. You ready for tomorrow, babe? Mike's party starts at 8. Gonna be legendary. She replies, got a killer costume. Literally. Later that night, as she scrolls through TikTok, the mask catches her eye in the mirror across the room. For a second, she could swear it moved. She laughs nervously. Get it together, Em. But as she turns off the lights, a whisper slides through the dark. Where me? Her eyes snap open. No one's there. Just the mask catching the moonlight like it's smiling. Narrator, be honest, horror fam. If you heard a whisper like that, would you check? Or would you pretend you didn't? Next evening, October 31st. Halloween. Rain drizzles against her window as she stands before her mirror. She lifts the mask. The surface feels warmer now, almost soft. She ties the ribbons behind her head. It fits perfectly, like it was molded for her face. She blinks. The mirror fogs slightly around her reflection, but not the rest of the room. Her phone buzzes again. Jake's outside, honking. She laughs, grabbing her coat. Relax, Dracula, I'm coming. But as she leaves, the mask glints one last time in the hallway mirror, and for a second, her reflection stays behind. Jake's Jeep rolls through fog-wrapped streets. Pumpkins flicker on porches. Kids in costumes dart between shadows. Creepy mask, Jake says. Where'd you find that thing? Thrift store. $5. Jake chuckles. Probably haunted. Emily grins. If it is, maybe it'll help me win best costume. Mike's house looms ahead. A decaying Victorian with boarded windows and fake tombstones scattered across the yard. Inside, bass-heavy music, cheap fog, flashing strobe lights, and drunk laughter. Mike, in a blood-splattered lab coat, grins. That mask's killer. Looks real. Thanks, she says, feeling oddly dizzy. Halfway through the party, she feels the first pull. Her heartbeat sinks with a faint hum in her head. The mask tightens. She stumbles to the bathroom mirror. The reflection's wrong. Her mouth isn't moving, but the mask's mouth is. You look beautiful in me, she screams, rips it off, gasping for air. Blood trickles where the edges touched her skin. She throws it onto the counter, but when she looks down, it's gone. Hours pass. Guests leave. The house grows quiet. Emily searches every room, the couch, the kitchen, the backyard. Nothing. Jake finds her pacing. What's going on? The mask. It disappeared. He frowns. You're drunk. Just chill. Then Mike's voice echoes from the hallway. Basement ghost tour. Last call. Emily freezes. Something tugs at her gut. The same whisper again. Downstairs. They descend creaking steps into the basement. Dust, cobwebs, flickering candles. Mike grins. They say this house was built on a witch's grave. Legend says she made masks out of human faces. Everyone laughs except Emily, because in the far corner, under a single candle's glow, the mask sits waiting. Its cracks shimmer red. She whispers, "Who put that there?" "Where me?" The candle snuffs out. The floor cracks, and Emily falls screaming into the dark below. She hits the dirt. Her flashlight flickers weakly. Whispers rise from the soil. Hands, dozens of them, pale and skeletal, reach out, grabbing her arms, her legs. "We wore it too. We can't leave." Emily thrashes, clawing her way up through the dirt. Her hand strikes something solid, smooth, cold. The mask, she screams. The hands shove it toward her face. "Yours now." It presses against her skin, melting into it. Jake finds her stumbling upstairs, covered in dust. "Emily, what the hell happened?" She looks at him, her eyes hollow, black, her voice layered, inhuman. "Jake, help me." He grabs her shoulders, and his hands burn. He screams, falling back, blistered. The house groans. Lights explode. Doors slam. "Join us." The thing that was Emily laughs, a sound like a dozen voices. She lunges. He fights, smashes a pumpkin into her face, pulp flying. But beneath the mess, the mask glows red hot. Jake grabs the front door, pulling, but it won't budge. No one leaves the mask. Morning. Police tape. Paramedics. Jake wakes in his Jeep, arm bandaged, head pounding. They say he passed out. Emily's missing. He opens his phone. A photo from last night. Emily smiling at the party, and behind her reflection, the mask. Not on her face. Behind her. Week later, Second Chance's vintage reopens. The old man sweeps the floor, humming faintly. He freezes. On the counter sits a porcelain mask. White, cracked, eyes hollow, tag attached, $5, no returns. He sighs. Again. And behind him, faintly, in the dusty mirror, Emily's reflection, smiling. They say the witch who made the mask was burned alive, but her soul never died. Every year, her mask finds a new face to wear. Maybe that's why some thrift stores never close for good. Maybe that's why some things feel like they're waiting. So the next time you find something old, cheap, or too good to be true, remember this story, because what you bring home might not stay silent forever. Now tell me, horror fam, would you wear the mask for just one night? Or would you walk away and wonder who it'll find next? Like this video if you felt the chill. Subscribe to Story Canvas for more nightmares. And hit the bell, because next time we're going deeper into the things that watch you when you think you're alone. Sleep tight, or don't.